Most new cars these days, and for the last few years in fact, tend to come with an infotainment system that has integrated Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. So you can just plug your phone into the car, or sometimes it's wireless, and the display in the car becomes like a second screen for your phone, so as you can use it for things like Google Maps or Spotify. But what if you've got an old car with a rubbish stereo in it? Well, that's what the Carpuride range of products are designed to help you with. Carpuride have very kindly sent me the 701 Pro 7-inch display. This is a standalone screen that you can easily install in your car to instantly upgrade your infotainment system to something a bit more modern. If you haven't heard of Carpuride before, then I can assure you that they are a technology company and definitely not some sort of automobile cleaning product company.
Carpuride. Definitely not an automobile cleaning product.
Let's start by having a look in the box to see what you get for your money. I'll give you a close-up to that camera of the box so you can see it tells you clearly what it is. Let's open it up. Okay, we have got the screen right here on the top. Ooh. But it's got a screen protector on it that I'll peel off in a minute, because that's always the best part of any unboxing. So you can see on the back we've got these little holes here which are for a mounting bracket of some variety, and then on the side we've got a port for 12-volt power, USB-A, AV out, cam in, TF1 which I think is for a micro SD card, and mic, so you can obviously have an external microphone plugged into this. We've got a cable, an audio cable, so it's a 3.5mm stereo audio jack. I guess that's for plugging into your augs in on your stereo. We've got a bracket. It's quite a big one. This I think is for mounting the screen flat on your dashboard. It's got 4 screw holes there. Hold that up, you can see 4 screw holes, and this should tilt up so we can angle this. 3M tape, so we can use 3M tape to stick on the bottom and hold that in place on the dashboard if we wanted to stick it in the car. Okay, another mounting plate. So you've got 2 options then. You can either stick it to your dashboard or screw it into your dashboard, or you can use this suction cup. Now I'm guessing this is going to be most useful if you want to stick it to your windscreen. So hopefully I can stick that to my windscreen and then mount the screen on just like that. There we go. So that's how I think it might work. We'll see when I get in the car. A plate, like a plastic plate that I guess you either screw into position or you can stick it down, and you should be able to attach the suction cup to it. Finally, or nearly finally I think, a power cable. Now the instructions do say, when I was reading on the website, you should only use this power adapter because it needs to supply a specific amount of power to run this, and you want to be able to plug your phone in as well and maybe charge it, so this can supply enough power to power the display and charge your phone at the same time. How to install? Okay, some instructions, and I will read them after I finish recording this. CarPlay manual, so how to use the screen. Lots of stuff that I'm gonna need to read to install this properly and make sure I don't mess it up. Right then, we've had a good look at what you get in the box, so it's time to head over to the car and install it. So I'm in my old car, which is a Dacia Duster from 2017, and you can see here, hopefully, yes you can see, there's an old screen which is the infotainment system. It does Bluetooth connectivity, it'll take phone calls, you can play your media through it, but it's not CarPlay, and you can't really use things like Spotify or Google Maps. The maps are actually quite out of date because I'm refusing to pay for updates now. But I fitted the W701 Pro here in this nice convenient little location just above the air vents. It's actually a much better position to view up high than it is on the screen that's built into the car. So that is much more convenient for sat-nav because you don't have to actually take your eyes off the road much. It is just there. So in this car, this 7-inch screen is absolutely perfect. Now what I do want to talk about though is Bluetooth connectivity, because I have read some reviews of this product and they all seem to complain about Bluetooth connectivity. Now there isn't a problem with it, it works perfectly fine, but there is a knack to getting it working. And the idea is you don't pair your phone with your existing car stereo anymore. If your phone is paired with your car stereo using Bluetooth, then delete that pairing first before you begin. And then you're going to need to pair the Carpuride screen with your stereo instead. Now you have to do that twice, and I don't know why, but the first one, and I'm going to get my phone out so as I can show you a close-up of this screen here. So the first time you do this, you actually go to Settings and Bluetooth, and you want to pair it here. So you can go to Discover List. I don't know if that's coming out on this camera. Hopefully it is, but you go to Discover List, and if I do that, and if your car stereo is in pairing mode or in broadcast mode, discoverable mode I think it's called, then you'll see it show up here, and you have to pair it there. And you can actually see, if I go to my paired list, Media Nav Evolution is the name of my car stereo. So that's the first place you have to pair it. Then you have to go to Audio Output, and you can see here it's searching again, and Media Nav Evolution is available to pair for a second time. So you pair it there as well. And then if you want to use the audio out from this screen, you have to put your car stereo into Bluetooth as the source. So I go to Media, and it's actually connected up here. You can see I'm using Bluetooth. So as long as my car stereo is in Bluetooth mode, then any audio that comes out of my phone to the screen will also get relayed back out through the car stereo speakers. So the next thing I want to show you is, obviously it's a CarPlay or Android Auto screen. So if you want to use CarPlay or Android Auto, and I'm going to show you CarPlay because I've got an iPhone. I will have a play with Android Auto later. I've got an old Android phone in the house somewhere. So I've got a normal lightning cable here that's plugged into the USB port on the side of the screen, and all I'm going to do is plug my phone into that, and hopefully when I unlock my phone it should automatically load CarPlay, and it is that simple. Now the absolute best thing about this screen is it supports wireless CarPlay as well. So once you've paired it using the cable, you can just come into the car and turn on your car, it'll power up the screen, and your phone will automatically connect over Wi-Fi to the screen. So you don't need to do anything at all, it'll just start working, which is really convenient. Obviously that will start draining your battery a lot more. So you might want to have the cable kept in here so as you can charge your phone while you're driving as well. That's always a good idea. I'm always a bit wary of wireless CarPlay. It seems a really cool idea, but unless you've got a wireless charging pad you can put your phone down on, it seems a little bit dodgy in terms of keeping your phone topped up. And there is something very important I want to point out about CarPlay on this screen. So we'll use that camera there to show you. Now this is actually different to a lot of CarPlay built-in stereos that I've seen. Now it's a normal CarPlay screen. You've got your split view here with your Google Maps and your frequently used things here. So you've got your navigation, your media, and I could even open my garage door from here. In fact, yeah, I'm going to tap that now. My garage door is opening because you've got Apple Home integration in there. If I go back to the main menu there, This icon here I have never seen before, and it says Car Home. And if I tap Car Home, it takes me back to the main Carpuride interface. So you've got all your basic settings and your audio output and things like that on there. Oh, I've gone back in. When you get a message, that was a message coming through on WhatsApp actually, it automatically opens CarPlay for you and displays your message. So if you're driving along and you haven't enabled CarPlay, but you get a message through, it pops up and opens it up. So one more thing I wanted to show you was why I went for this 7-inch model and not the bigger 9-inch model. Well, there's a very simple reason for that, is that I thought the 9-inch model would be way too big. You can see this 7-inch one fits quite nicely in that little dip in the dashboard, but I made a cardboard cutout for the 9-inch version. And just look at that, it's massive, it's just way too big. Obviously, if I was able to mount it over the air vents, and Carpuride do actually offer an air vent mounting option if you contact their support, so they will do that, so you could have that mounted there if you wanted it. So with the Carpuride range, there really are a lot of choices, and you need to have a good idea in your own mind about what you want from the device. I've been showing you the 701 Pro, which has a 7-inch screen, and they also do a 701 Plus, which lets you install Android apps directly on it, maybe for those who want a smart display but don't want to use CarPlay or Android Auto. If you wanted a larger screen, then they do the 903 with a 9-inch widescreen, or the 905, which is also 9-inch screen but less wide aspect ratio. If you're feeling really adventurous and want to replace your whole stereo unit, then they make those too. Now, this was sent to me by Carpuride to review, and if I was spending my own money, then this model is still probably the one I'd go for. But it's worth considering the larger 905 model, because that includes a front-facing camera which works as a dash cam. Both models have the option of a rear-facing camera too, so you can see what's behind you if you're reversing, and they do wired and wireless versions of that too. Anyway, if you're interested in finding out more about these screens, then I'll put some affiliate links in the description. So if you do decide to buy one, I'd really appreciate it if you could use those. These people here are my channel members, so a big thank you to all of you for supporting the channel as always. If you'd like to support the channel by becoming a member too, you'll get early access to my videos. Check out the link in the description for more information on that. Don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe to my channel for free to see more from me. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.